Have you ever had sugarcane juice? Sugarcane is quite popular because it tastes good and has many benefits. Sugarcane is a plant that can only be planted in areas that have tropical climate. In 2012, sugarcane plantations in Indonesia occupied an area of 375,000 hectares and produced 2 million tons of sugarcane. In the production process, sugarcane produces 90% bagasse, 5% molasses, and 5% water. Bagasse waste that is not used is usually piled up around the mill. With the percentage of bagasse reaching 90% per stalk and the waste of fruit that keeps increasing, this will have a negative impact for sugar producers if they can't manage the waste they produce. Management of bagasse as a basic material for making tissues can be an efficient solution in utilizing bagasse.
Why is bagasse used as the basis for making tissue? As we know, trash causes pollution. Pollution happens when our environment is contaminated by waste, chemicals, or other harmful materials. When we use regular tissues, we pollute the environment. Regular tissues are made from trees, which will eventually run out. Based on Zero Waste Indonesia, global calculation by the World Wide Fund for Nature, estimate in a day 270,000 trees are cut down to produce regular tissues, which will end up in trash. There are also 25,000 tons of tissue waste that aren't completely decomposed. This is because regular tissues contain a mixture of chemicals that will take centuries to disintegrate. So as the solution to this problem, Teeboo team will make eco-friendly tissues to help the environment.
Let's start preparing both the ingredients and the equipments. The ingredients needed are water, bagasse, and half-rotten fruits. And for the equipment, prepare a knife, a cutting board, blender, transparent plastic lunchbox, container, paper filter mold, and a plastic wrap. But wait a minute. You must be wondering why we use half-rotten fruits, not just regular fresh ones. Indonesia has a problem of throwing around 30% of fruits that can no longer be processed or consumed. This condition is called food loss. To help this matter, we can ask fruit sellers for fruit that can no longer be sold because it's half-rotten, then use it to make a tissue.
For the half-rotten fruit, choose between apples, orange, and lemons. Many data and studies confirm that orange and lemons are one of the most consumed fruits among the citrus family. Orange and lemons contain vitamin C, which functions as an antioxidant, and so do apples. In addition to the many important nutrients in orange, lemons, and apples, which are very beneficial to the body, the half-rotten version of this fruit is still counted as an electrolyte solution because of its acidic pH.
An electrolyte solution is a solution that can conduct electric current due to the presence of ions that move freely. Meanwhile, non-electrolyte solution is a solute that does not dissociate or separate into ions during the dissolving process. Electrolytes function to support the activity of cells and body tissues, such as nerves and muscles. It also plays an important role in maintaining heart function and keeping body fluid levels balanced. However, ascorbic acid or vitamin C in these oranges, lemons, and apples is considered a weak electrolyte. In ascorbic acid, only some of its molecules can be ionized in water, otherwise known as an incomplete ionization. Only a few ions can conduct electricity, and ascorbic acid can still be found in molecular form.
To prove this out, we did a test of our half-rotten fruit with a pH meter. If a solution contains electrolytes, the pH will either be lower than 7, which is acidic, or higher than 7, which is alkaline-based. The lower the pH of a solution, the stronger its acidity, and the higher the pH of a solution, the stronger its alkaline base. The result that came out showed 2.9 for the apples, 3.1 for the orange, and 6.5 for the lemon. This means that our half-rotten fruit is a weak acid, as it is not low below 7.
This also proves that our half-rotten fruit contains electrolytes.
Based on the experiments that have been done, to prove the amount of electrolyte in the fruit based on the pH level, we can use a logarithmic graph. There will be a logarithmic graph for each fruit to show how different fruits behave. As explained earlier, pH level can help us determine the amount of electrolyte contained in the fruit. The logarithmic graph is a comparison between the fruit's pH level and the day, where x-axis is for the day and the y-axis is for the fruit's pH level. This is to show how the pH level changes every day and help us record changes in pH every day. These are the logarithmic graphs.
The sole reason why half-rotten fruits are used in the first place is because acid is needed to soften the bagasse. As you can see in the logarithmic graph, the rotten apples and oranges get more acid over time. Thus, Teeboo team uses half-rotten apples and oranges only.
One of the tools needed to make a tissue is a blender. To make the blender work, there's an energy that is used to cut the bagasse into even tinier pieces. We can calculate the estimated amount of energy used by using the formula electric energy equals to power multiplied by time. After substituting the numbers into the formula, it can be known that it has a power equivalent to 1000 watts and was used for 15 seconds for 6 times, which adds up to 90 seconds. With the formula above, the amount of energy used is 1000 watts multiplied by 90 seconds, which is 90,000 joules.
Now let's start making the tissue. The first thing to do is to chop the bagasse with a knife into pieces and put it in the blender. We will continue by mixing and blending the tiny pieces of bagasse, half-rotten fruits, and water with a ratio of 3 to 1 to 1. After blending, we put the mixture into a container, wrap the container with plastic wrap, and leave it for 2 weeks in the shade away from direct sunlight. After 2 weeks, put the mixture in a bucket of water and use a paper filter mold. Finally, we just dry it in the sun until it is completely dry. And there you have it, your eco-friendly tissues. These tissues are very useful for cleaning tables, cleaning dirt, wiping water, and so many more. They are also biodegradable for easy recycling over and over.
As a proof to make this tissue useful, Teeboo team did an action on the 10th of April 2023 in Joy Learning course, Padman Raya, road number 71. The Teeboo team did a presentation to junior high school and upper primary students about the dangerous impact of using disposable tissues on our environment and how they can help to solve this problem. Why did the Teeboo team choose them as targets? Students are still in the process of growing up, learning new things day by day. They should gain as much knowledge as possible and try various experiments from a young age. The Teeboo team hope that by educating them, they can open their minds that there is in effect a way to make eco-friendly tissues, specifically from badges and half-rotten fruits. The Teeboo team also hope they can minimize the use of disposable tissues. After the presentation, there was a Q&A session for those who can answer the quizzes or have the courage to ask. They got a mini tissue box containing 2 sheets of our eco-friendly tissues.
Teeboo team made the template of the tissue box digitally and designed it themselves. The design was printed, cut and shaped out until they finally turned into mini tissue boxes. Lastly, Teeboo team handed all of the audience a printed brochure where they can see the step-by-step of making the tissue. The brochure was made digitally and comic-like, filled with drawings so it can look more interesting to the audience. In the brochure, there's also a QR code that leads to Teeboo's Instagram account.
With the current existence of information technology, it is easier for us to get data and information. Therefore, the Teeboo team tried to make good use of the social media platform. Instagram was made as effective as possible, where people can see fun facts, information, and lots more about the project. This whole action lasted for 1 hour, from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m., and there were a total of 16 students. All of them paid great attention to what the Teeboo team were saying. They correctly answered all of the quizzes and enthusiastically asked about the project as well. They happily received and read the brochure the Teeboo team handed them. Teeboo's Instagram also received more followers and likes. It went very well.
We hope that from all the things that we learn, we can develop into better people. And for our project, we hope that we've given to the community can be useful and meaningful to them. We also hope that in the future there will be people who want to develop our project, which is making tissue from bagasse and half-rotten fruits to perfection.